Today I'm going to focus on taking care of one minor mistake that I made in my last episode, and I also want to, as you can imagine, and as I already pointed out a couple of episodes ago, I want to create a nice park around Myrtle District here and finish that up with most likely over there. But first of all, I need to manage one more thing with my new built-in elevated highway here. And I just realized it actually when I edited my last video, and maybe you can guess it from this intersection right away. I wasn't able to, but this was also because this whole intersection had a different purpose before. So yeah, let me dive right into it. I want to welcome you today to my City Builders channel here on YouTube. I'm Ben, and today I'm playing again in my city of Springvalley. As I mentioned, first things first, this intersection has to be edited because it has one slip lane too many, and it's actually this one. So I'm going to delete it right away. And I'm going to explain it to you because over here there is already a slip lane. So why need a second one that begins here and goes to there? So I'm going to rebuild this little part here to hopefully something more I wouldn't say sophisticated, but more nicer, more beautiful. And that way I can also continue running this 4-lane highway across my city instead of having to boil it down to a 3-lane. And obviously I need to change that to a 3-lane now, as it makes way more sense. And then because there is one lane going off, another one coming in, and this one is coming from over here. So I'm good with that, or at least I should be good with that. And right there, I just had a small thought, but yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. So either way, I wanna bring those together, and for that reason I'm first putting down one more slip lane here. I'm going to increase the height at least up to 9 meters, but I think I'll go even further. No, I think it's gonna bring itself up anyway to the level of 12 meters here, but obviously without the ground mode being enabled. So I'll bring it up to 9 over here, and then it can go over there quite easily. And what I'm now having to do is to make it a bit more reasonable is I want to raise this node, delete that bit again because it was simply done with the wrong setting. And I'm gonna bring this down to ground level, and after that it should easily merge into here. I just have to change the direction and then smooth things out just a bit to make it more beautiful than it was before. So I'm smoothing that turn a little bit out by a tiny bit. So they should go here, there. This has to be most likely a straight section here. There's this truck currently flying around, and this slip lane here, that slip lane here. So I'm thinking about it. I guess I will just do it and give it a try. I want to change that to a 2-lane, merge it here into, I think I'm leaving it like that, then changing it here to a 2-lane again, so that those 2 lanes can actually merge back into a 4-lane, which is good. And then I'm using the traffic manager mod again, modifying my lane connections, and I think that way we should be good for now. So some of you might wonder, why am I going underground, like if I not necessarily have to? This is due to the fact that I do not really like, at least in City Skylines 1, whenever and yeah, just by the way, I'm just continuing to decorate a few things here in the meantime while I'm explaining to you my reasoning behind it. So the thing is, I do not really like having too high intersections. So whenever they are getting too high, honestly, it doesn't really feel reasonable, at least in City Skylines 1, to try that, because City Skylines 1 still, like, as you can see, I'm struggling with my intersection planning quite a bit, and this is purely coming from the tools being available. So I'm very curious about City Skylines 2, like, will this change improve my whole approach, my whole I don't know, it's not really approach, but maybe my whole, the way I build things, hopefully they significantly change. And it's just because I never was really patient enough to build things in City Skylines 1 up to a certain point where I say, yeah, this is really beautiful now. You wanna, I don't know, like, there are other city builders out there that have way more beautiful, way more sophisticated cities, at least from my perspective. But I'm like, of course, I'm still learning a lot, or trying to learn a lot here. And the thing is, it's not easy to accomplish that. And I know that many of them spend hours and hours of just building the stuff and trying to figure it out, and fiddling things into the landscape and whatnot. Everyone has their own focus. For me, it's more like understanding the game mechanics. I'm still, well, even if I'm playing City Skylines now since quite a while, I'm still, well, I consider myself still a newbie, kind of. Well, not really, but just a bit. Because, well, I can manage my finances here, I can manage my traffic. I think I got quite a good grasp of how the game's working, what's important, what's not important, what you have to watch out for. And I just hope that I can give you, and hopefully a bunch of others as well, some insights regarding this, and I can help you with a couple of things along the way when you're trying to learn or get used to City Skylines 1. But I will most likely dig way deeper into game mechanics again when it comes to City Skylines 2, because it's a new game, technology advanced as well. So this is always exciting. It's a great time to get started playing this game, and honestly, 7 years ago I never thought about opening a YouTube channel around City Skylines 1, even if I absolutely loved it. I did have some difficulties. Like, there was this other game from after SimCity. I'm just trying to remember. It was so bad. I didn't really like it, so I hardly ever played it. But now, I'm absolutely into like City Skylines. It's amazing. It's a great game. One of the best games ever, I think, at least in my opinion. So now I'm checking whether everything's working out, and I assume it should be. There shouldn't be any problems coming up here, because I only removed one lane that wasn't needed anyway. So I think not a lot of cars took it. So they can slip off here. That's fine. They can come on here. They can slip off there and get to this one. Okay. Yeah, that seems to work, and this seems to be okay. Now I'm starting the process of building this park here, the Riverside Park. So without any further ado, I'm fast forwarding things again for you so that you don't have to wait that long. And yeah, I'll provide you with my insights in a little bit, so please stay patient. Thanks very much for joining me today, and see you in a few minutes. So that's like more or less about it. What I wanted to do here, it's nothing very much sophisticated, but it beautifies the area just a bit. And Underhill City Park, I think it will soon become another, maybe not a tourist magnet, but at least a magnet for people living in this town, in this like specific Myrtle district here. They will want to use it sooner or later. And I was thinking about one more addition here. I wanted to introduce a few more residential zones over here, just to make that appearance a bit denser than it currently is, but only like with low-rise, low-density residential zones, because I want to make sure that this is not getting too overcrowded with big buildings here. I don't want to create another little downtown area. This is already very downtowny, much more downtowny than I actually intended it to be, but I think those buildings that are coming up here, they do look absolutely nice, like green, self-sufficient, energy saving, absolutely beautiful. So I don't mind having those in this little area here. I'm wondering why there's still something empty. So I'm just checking. Yeah, my schools and things should be fine. They should be fine too. What about like doctors? All good. Emergency. Now the other thing I wanted to do is I want to create or start with building out Hamilton Park. And one important thing here, for me at least, is that Hamilton Park should be not only a park area, but also like a good thing for the neighborhood with benefits. So I want to set up, or I already did set up one like elderly care facility, one childcare facility here, because I think it's important. It's something this whole district is kind of missing. And yeah, there should be enough entry points now. I'm just going to connect them up. And I think I want to leave it as natural as possible, because I actually don't really mind it to be a one-star park. Even if, because its purpose is something completely different. It's not about driving as many citizens as possible into this area. It's more about providing another beautiful location for my citizens to walk in. And I think for that reason, and I'm very cautious, like here now with potentially losing this stone structure here, but I don't want to lose obviously all trees here as well. And now I'm setting up just a few trees here, just some smaller ones. I don't want to completely seclude it like I am secluding my highways. I just want to like separate it a bit from the roadside so that it does look a bit more like a planned thing here instead of just thrown in park area. But I want to keep it natural, like with a natural barrier here that can keep people, or yeah, it doesn't really keep people from getting in the park, but that's not my intention anyway. But that way it looks a bit more natural. And then I'm putting down maybe one or two facilities here. Like I always have to go for my park cafe. One of the best things you can have in a park is actually a cafe, an info booth, and a restroom. Maybe let's also put down 2-3 gazebos, or maybe a few more, just to make this a more pleasant area. Then I forgot to make one connection here, but that's gonna be easy. It's not that easy. Knew it. So I'm turning that around here just a bit. And then I'm going back to the tool to connect those pathways on together. So So that way it should be quite nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think it's a nice little park. It has a lot of citizens walking in there, and especially this will also drive the land value up a little bit. Just checking. So that's good. The overall happiness. Yeah. This is the only area where, yeah, there's no park nearby. I could potentially squeeze in there another, maybe a small doggy park, large playground. Let's check and see. Or maybe a Japanese garden. I haven't put down any of those in this city yet. I absolutely love them. Squeezed it in there, kind of. And I just want to use the Move It mod to look at for it to be a bit more pleasing to the eye here, even if it's not following the road line correctly, but it does look, I think, slightly better than it did before. So everything's covered by parks, which is nice. We have a great downtown feel here. This already has a lot more citizens now, and citizens in general are coming to town. As you can see, I now almost reached 70k citizens, which is amazing. I see one thing happening here, like there's a lot of traffic, but I'm sure most of it is just because I built these new residential zones, so I'm not worried too much about it. I just see a couple of cars slowing down here, which doesn't really make sense to me, because they have a lot of lanes ahead of time where they can decide where they want to go. So that should make things a bit better here as well, from my understanding. This crossing, still something. Maybe I should have at some point in time kind of an overpath here, or an underpath. I could also have a path that leads down. Yeah, but I think an overpath might be more reasonable, but still, I think it's good for now. And the other thing, so I wanted to identify kind of my next project for this city. I have a couple of things on my mind. For me, to be honest, the biggest challenge will be building an airport. I never did that. Like, I never really put down a decent airport, and I do have a huge area here where I could potentially put down a huge airport. I'm wondering, like, about two things. First one, if in case I need a dedicated airport for just transporting goods out of town, that might be a good strip here. But the thing is, this is inside my at least originally planned downtown area, so I do not necessarily want to waste it, but on the other hand, I'm not even sure whether I'm going to use this and like build a huge downtown area like that over here. It could be beneficial, of course, but I want to spread things out a bit further. So probably having a transporting airport here wouldn't be bad for my whole commercial benefits and getting the goods away from not only the storage. I think this actually wouldn't be bad. The more I think about it, to be honest, I think it would be nice to have an airport here. It's no tourist airport, no airport for passengers. It will only be about transporting goods, cargo airport. Yeah, I could also lead my train line. Oh, that's interesting. So I could even bring my train line in there. I love that idea. The more I think about it, the more I like it, to be honest. So probably either I'm doing this here is enough space for passenger airport. But I think I'm kind of currently happy with what I have when it comes to my city here. I know I have to do some kind of major replanning when it comes to some of the arterial roads that run through my town. I think even that connection here is not ideal. To be honest, I should have moved it over there and let it below the highway. Yeah, but that's probably something I might change in a bit. So I'm not sure yet about this. Yeah, I think let's go for the airport. Or should I take care of Sherry District first? Nah, I think not yet. Let's go for the cargo airport. So for airports, I figured out you have to define another zone. And it's actually the only zone that requires you to pay money for it. And I'm not 100% sure yet how far I want to go with that. But most likely, should it start over here? No, I think more like over there would make sense. I'm trying to squeeze things a bit in here. Just giving it a try. Maybe it looks completely awful later on. As soon as I switched out of my district view, which might be absolutely disappointing yet. That's something I don't like about this tool. Yeah, like you're flattening things out, but it's not. If it doesn't look good, you made a mistake, and this is what you have to live with. So, Evergreen City Airport. Nice area. Could be good for everything cargo related. So what do I need there? I will need... What do I need there? Just checking what I could or should put down there. So regarding transport, I'm pausing the game for now because I'm just checking my options here. So this is air transport, airport area. Now what's air transport? Cargo, airport hub. Well, it's not small, isn't it? Noise pollution instead of passengers, blah blah blah. That's a regular airport. What's this? A blimp depot. Don't want to have blimps in my town. Or maybe at a later stage I might want to have blimps. Helicopter. So kind of a... What is this? Cargo airport hub. I'm just thinking. Well, how can I build this, place this roadside? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I have to place a road first? Really? Yeah, so I have to make a decision here, kind of. As I want to run this parallel, or at least in parallel to my highway here. I don't like this idea. Oh wow. So I'm deleting that first again, or using that mod here. So I'm using the standard game mode. I'm bringing that down to a height of, and then a 90 degrees angle. I think I should be able to pull that off. So, and then I'm wondering how a potential cargo airport might fit in here. Yeah, it could potentially fit in. But I think it would also fit in if I would put it just four things further down. It would still be okay. So I'm just trying this now. Yeah, that would be possible. So I'm putting down the terminal for my cargo airport hub. And then I'll have to see like what I'm doing with this. Sorry for the underground mode. So I'm deleting that for now. I'm leaving Young Street here. So I'm probably bringing down that road to over here. And since it's purely cargo, I think having an industrial kind of road here isn't too bad. This is not a suitable road here. Please don't tell me it's not a suitable road for an airport. Maybe something like this here. Nah, but I only have cargo, so I don't need sidewalks. I don't need this here. Placing that road here. So as you can see, I have literally almost no experience with airport building. Yeah, that's all fine. I know that it's kind of under construction. Isn't it roadside? Come on. Guys, it was roadside. Are you not accepting? Are you literally not accepting me using a 2-lane road here? Oh, come on. That's already a bit annoying, to be honest. So, 3-lane. Maybe that. Upgrade road. Just in a different direction, I would say. So turning things around here. Then trying it again to move it with the... No way. What is that? Is it just because of you guys don't have any connection to anywhere else in my city? I would be stupid. That would be so stupid. Okay, I don't get that. There's a place for a train line I can see. What's the problem there? Like, are you not accepting this road as a road? Come on. Honestly, that's something I don't like right away. Like, I'm really curious. To learn more about that, I have to get a better understanding. Shoot. Sorry, guys. It was me placing down in bridge mode. Awesome. So, back again to my plan here. Yeah, okay. I use the elevated mode here, so yeah, makes sense. Blah, 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 blah. Going back and forth to here. So, obviously, I don't want to leave it like that. But this airport can be placed here. Fine, good for everyone. And then I again need to go back to this here. And create a little connection between here. No good. Perfect. So nice curve here. I know that you're not supplied by any water. All good, but you get your own water source here next to the highway. And I'm placing down some water pipes here as well, because obviously I will need some of it for this airport. And regarding energy, I think we should run power lines for now. So now only water is missing, because obviously I forgot to connect those up. And then you should have water in a minute. Yeah, So that already has water. But before I'm like starting to build this airport, I want to learn a little bit more about those. Shouldn't be too difficult, but as far as I can see, and I'm just putting in this as a reminder because otherwise I'm forgetting about it. I do have to run a rail line here. Definitely have to do that so that rails can stop by and goods can be transported somewhere else. But is this already like finished? No, I think I need, what did it say? No, I don't want to customize tracks. Evergreen City Airport, requirement airport terminal, aircraft stand and build a runway. So this doesn't count as an whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't get it. Why is this still not considered being a proper airport here? So now I'll run this train line. At least for now. I'm doing it rough and sketchy. So you should go underground here. Go through here. But go above ground. Maybe like that here. And then it could potentially reconnect here in a smooth transition, more or less smooth transition. But those trains coming from here, they would also have to have a connection to the airport train hub. So I'm building this little, I don't know, detour here for my cargo trains, and then I'm curious to see what happens. Oh, plumbing. What? No plumbing. Yeah, obviously. No plumbing. I need this here, but first I need a small and simple road here. It goes from down there to probably someplace over there, and then I need to install this plumbing thing here and connect it up again. Always forgetting about this wastewater management. That's something I'm kind of happy about with City Skylines 2, or I will be happy about this, I believe, but in the end it's also like, obviously you forget things over time, so why not make this more of a challenge and let people think about it, because it might make more sense. Yeah, that's perfect. So the direction of this is good. Do I also want to have, let me check, small industrial road. Yeah, I'm going for this one here, because I might need like a few storage buildings here, like this here, and then I hope I can squeeze in some of my bigger storage warehouses. First plane landed. But why is this under construction, man? I can see what's happening. So I would not have needed. There wouldn't have been a need to spend like all that money on this airport area, I think. Because if it's still working now, and if trucks are still coming in, and if everything lines up properly, still, then I would not have needed that bullshit. Yeah, I'm learning as I play, for sure. Oh, there's a train coming in, nice and sweet. This could be a challenging thing here in the future. I can imagine, because like this could be like a magnet driving a lot of industrial traffic to this area. Again, so I'm very, very curious how this develops over time. But we'll see. We will see. I'll let this... Yeah, I think I'm just going to smooth that out ever so slightly to make it a bit more... to make it fit a bit better into this zone here, and so that trains don't have to slow down that much when they want to go to the airport, to the cargo airport actually. So I think that could be slightly better, and the other connection should work fine as well. So I'm not worried about this. There's a lot of traffic, but also air traffic. Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing. Haven't thought about that, but planes keep coming in already. Interesting. Very interesting here to see that come to life. But a lot of trucks are heading already into the airport area, which is good to transport goods away from my city. So I am currently losing money, but why am I? Not too much, but just enough to, yeah, I'm still gaining enough money. So I'll have to check and see how this develops over time. But I think having an airport is always a nice addition here, as you can see. But I'll have to make sure like that those people, maybe I'll make this one-way road here. I think this would be more than reasonable. So put that down there. Sorry trucks for, yeah, I think that should be good. Yeah, they are delivering, so that's good. They are driving off, which is also good. So I think they have a chance to choose their way, but everybody's going to the left side here, so hardly anybody's coming in here, which is fine. And of course, what I will have to do sooner or later is a nice like on and off ramp here, but that's something I'll take care of in the near future, not right now. Yeah, so I'm closing my episode for now. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon today, and yeah, as you can see, I incorporated a few changes, a few additions to like what I've had before. I do have my first airport in Springvalley actually, and it's a cargo airport. Of course, cargo industrial plays a huge role right now. I do have my farming industry here. I do have my forestry industry here. So it's kind of natural that cargo airport would be the first choice. And for a town with almost 70k citizens, I think it's not yet that important to have dedicated passenger airport for leisure traffic or whatnot, business traffic. So I'm going for the cargo one first here. I would not have needed to spend the money on like the airport area. That's a big learning for me here, because it doesn't really matter. It's only important for like passenger terminals to lay out that kind of a district first. But yeah, everything's a learning process, and I spent some money on it, but that's fine. It's all good. It's about City Skylines. It's about playing. It's about having fun, and I'm definitely having fun, even though I'm not familiar with airports yet. So I'd like to thank you in that case for joining me again today here in my city of Spring Valley. In case you haven't liked this video yet or haven't subscribed to me yet, I would more than appreciate that, because obviously I slowly want to grow my channel. I want to build something out of this here by providing valuable insights, showing you how I learn. I'm not like afraid of sharing my mistakes here, because obviously every city builder is making a mistake, and sometimes you might even get the impression that for others, like they are starting to build and it's like perfect right from the start. But I know from a couple of those more well-known YouTubers that are playing city skylines that they also have to trial and error until they can build something more beautiful out of it. So I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to do that, and I hope to see you soon and welcome you back to my channel here. So thank you very much again for joining. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye. Have a good one.